So yeah, price right now, we're obviously above all-time highs, right? So yeah, we are ripping, right? And one thing that I typically always say is never really try to long all-time highs, because it's really hard to know where your price target is going to be at. It's really hard to target anything in general because obviously price has never been so high up here. There's no orders that really exist anywhere specifically up here because there's no levels of liquidity, right? We don't know where the market wants to reject from. We don't know what the market wants to target, and so on. All right. Now, from the looks of it, from today, or for today at least, or for this morning, um, how do I say this? It's looking like one of those days where we only go up. Like, hear me out. On the 5 minute time frame, the volume looks all right at best. But it's gonna get to the point where the volume is gonna die down. It's gonna look like we're gonna chop, but we're slowly gonna grind up. All right, it's gonna be one of those days. I can already see it. It happened on, what was it, Friday? Yeah, it happened on Friday when we broke all time highs. It's gonna happen most likely again today. All right. And how do I know this? Well, it's mainly because we're getting buying pressure above all-time highs. We're not getting any selling pressure at all, whatsoever. We might get some pullbacks, which is probably what we're gonna use to try to get a trade going today. But that's probably the best thing that we're gonna have to do. You know what I mean? So yeah. Now, some here is saying that we do have a red folder at 10 in the morning. I don't really remember seeing one, but let me double check. Yeah, no, today we don't have any red folders. We don't have anything today. Tomorrow we have a red folder at 8:30, and then obviously on Wednesday, you guys know we have FOMC. Right now, for the people wondering, why do I keep mentioning FOMC even though for the most part I never suggest trading it whatsoever? Well, guys, the FOMC for this month is is expected to be one of the most important FOMCs for the last 5 years, or from the last 5 years. I don't really know how to word it, but it's going to be very important. All right, guys, because just I think it's something to do with the interest rates or something. Like we need a rate cut. So yeah, rate cuts. So like, not that we want it, but we need it. All right. So whether we get rate cuts or not, it's either going to be extremely bullish to the point where it makes us go even higher into all-time highs, or it's going to be extremely bearish to the point where the market literally, like, what's the word? It corrects itself. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how that goes. All right. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If we get a little bit of chop during today and tomorrow, don't really be surprised. It's probably because the market is just anticipating this really, really big move over on Wednesday. Now, for the people wondering, am I going to be trading FOMC on Wednesday? I'm not going to answer you guys. I typically don't, but I'm going to make the exception this one time just because or maybe I don't know if I'm going to trade it, like, for sure. I mean, if I see something, maybe, but I will definitely be on during FOMC because I just want to see what happens. Like, I'm curious. You know what I mean? This is a very, very important moment in the market that we need to see what's going on. So what I'm gonna do on Wednesday, guys, is I probably just won't stream for the morning, and I'll just get on during FOMC to see what happens. Because obviously, I'm not trying to trade something before before FOMC starts, and then either be red or just a little bit annoyed before the FOMC. You know what I mean? I would much rather just trade the actual event than before it happens. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to trade the anticipation here. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for sure. But yeah, FOMC this Wednesday. I'm expecting a little bit of chop in the market beforehand, just a little bit of anticipation and all that stuff. But for the most part, we'll see what we can get. All right, now let me go and search up the micro contracts here on MNQ. See, yeah, because on MNQ it's 40 points. So I'm gonna consider this gap barely a valid gap, but I'm sure we can use it if we have to use it on the 5 minute time frame, just in case we get like a last minute setup, which we kind of do, but we kind of don't. The reason I'm saying we kind of do, but we kind of do is because we do have a fair value gap here. We do have some volume and we do have a little bit of momentum in the market. It's just we don't have a super valid read. For the most part, right now we are sitting more bullish than bearish, just because we are not showing any signs of a deal sweep anywhere nearby. So we're gonna see what we can do here for sure. But yeah, for the most part, we're gonna see. Right now, like I said, I'm gonna give the market a little bit of time to kind of decide and kind of get an idea as to what the momentum is gonna be for today. But like I said, guys, the one thing I don't typically don't want to do, but I might I might do it today, is it's looking like one of those days where we break above all-time highs off open. We hold above all-time highs off open. The volume starts dying down, but although it dies down, we still slowly but surely go up. I know it's gonna be one of those days, guys. We're gonna look back at the market later today and be like, we knew it. You know what I mean? It's just the way the volume is looking, the way we're holding above this level. It has happened before. It happens practically every time that we break all-time highs. It's gonna happen at least once. And I think today's gonna be that day. So for the most part, for now, I'm gonna say a little bit bullish. I'm gonna target the only internal, which is gonna be the all-time high if we do retrace. So pretty much what I'm trying to look for right now, guys, is the ideal game plan is enter off any pullback in the market for now, at least, as long as their bias remains kind of like this with the same volume and momentum. But what I want to see is if price is able to afford to retrace into this gap here, and then simply just target this for a quick scalp. We take most of our contracts off and we just hold the last runner or the last one or two runners, or maybe three, depending on your sizing, of course, into all-time highs, and we just trail the stop loss up until we ideally get stopped out. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. But for now, yeah, the game plan. Typically, I would love to do an inverse, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am not expecting that today. Although, I mean, unless we get like insane selling out of nowhere, then maybe sure. You know what I mean? I'll consider it. But for the most part, it's, you know what I mean? Hey, what's good, YouTube guys? I completely forgot to put out that I'm live on YouTube, guys. I've been yapping so much. One sec, guys. Let me go and put this out real quick. All right, put this out here. All right, there you go. Perfect. Okay. Anyways, all right, we're back to the charts. Okay, so yeah, for the most part, right now, it's kind of see if we can afford a retracement. Now, if we don't get one on the 5-minute, we can probably get one on the 15-minute. Although this 15-minute is going to take some time to actually close out, and everything's going to take about 11 to 12 minutes. I mean, that's not going to be the end of the world. You know what I mean? We can obviously wait that out. But for the meantime, it's just, I guess, give the market some time to kind of decide what it wants to do. Off the bat, guys, we can already see that today is looking like one of those choppy days. Did I not tell you guys like literally a minute ago? That's going to look like one of those choppy days where we slowly grind up. It's really looking like it. You know what I mean? We're not really breaking above any highs. We're not doing much, right? But I know the rhythm in the market. It's more than likely just going to grind up. So the thing is, what I'm trying to do for today is I'm not trying to find any crazy, amazing looking setup. I'm trying to find a simple retracement into the market to the point where we can get in while the market chops and grinds up, but we can get into the point where we don't have to worry about the stop loss. You know what I mean? Like if we enter off this retracement and we instantly bounce up, that's it. You know what I mean? We just hold the contracts until we continue going higher and higher, and we just hold those contracts until, you know, we ideally get trailed out. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to see right now. The only thing is I just don't know where to really enter. I'm looking at this 5-minute. But the thing is, it's just that 5-minute, the higher we go up, which like I said, we're expecting, the further away we get from it. And obviously, the further away we get from it with very little selling pressure in the market, the retracement just gets, the probability of us getting a retracement, at least into our entry point, gets lower and lower and lower and lower. All right, so hopefully we can retrace into either this 5-minute or the 15-minute being created right now very soon, so we can get that entry and just hold longs practically all day, I would say. So yeah. And unfortunately, since we are at all-time highs, this is literally the only setup that we have to work with. There's no point in like looking back or anything, because once again, price has never in its, I don't even know how many decades it's been, you know, a thing. It's never been up here. All right, today's the first and only day that price has ever been this high. So we can only work with what we have nearby, which would be this 5 or 15-minute gap here. All right, so fingers crossed we can afford a retracement very, very soon so we can work with it. But for the most part, we don't have much. All right. But yeah, in the meantime, let me catch up with the chat while we wait for this. We'll wait for this 5 and 15 minute to do its thing, and then, you know what I mean, we'll decide. All right, guys. ES is not helping. Oh yeah, no, dude. ES is out of the picture for today, bro. You don't even need to like think about it. Trust me. Isn't that a little risky? Well, there's always risk behind every trade. You know what I mean? Just size accordingly. If you don't want to take them, then, you know what I mean. David, what is the favorite in the country? It's not out yet. It's not out yet. So you won't be able to find it. Are you okay with staying cash? Of course. Of course. I mean, well, obviously the market just opened. Let's give it some time to see if it's even tradable. If we don't see anything by like the usual, 10:40, maybe 11 around there, then we'll just get off. But in the meantime, the market just open. We have some good volume. We know where the market wants to go to pretty much all day. It's just now the tricky part, which is typically never the tricky part, it's find the setup. The volume, it's all right, but not good enough for us to create another gap anytime soon. You know what I mean? The candles are averaging about 20-ish points. Yeah, look at this. It's not even a 20-point candle. You know what I mean? So right now, our only hope practically is either we're gonna have to work with something from the 15-minute. You guys see right here. The only thing is with the 15-minute, we're gonna have to wait even longer. All right, because this one candle right here, although it is a better looking gap than the previous one, so if we don't retrace all the way down here, which I'm not really expecting, we can always use this one here into a retracement for higher. But the only problem is, guys, in this case, is not really the setup. That's gonna be the problem. It's gonna be waiting. We have to wait 8 minutes for this candle to close. That's even if it closes as a valid gap, which we can definitely use, right? And then we have to wait another 15 minutes for the gap to close, and then the next candle, or the next candle from this one to go ahead and retrace. All right. So we really have to see what we can do here. But for the meantime, I mean, it's either work off this up here and wait about what 22 minutes, I think, around there, or wait and see if we can even retrace into this 15-minute, this 5 and 15-minute. But I really don't think we can see that today. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because the thing is, if we reject here, remember we still have 7 minutes into this candle. If we get even the smallest rejection, this fair value gap is just not going to be tradable because of the size. At least into a continuation model. Like I said, I'm not really gonna look for an inverse model today. I'm just not gonna be interested. We're not gonna have a deal will sweep anywhere. It's just gonna be near impossible. You know what I mean? So, or not, maybe not near impossible, but it's just not gonna be as probable. I guess that's the word. But we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, let me kind of get my chart going here. Let me make sure everything's looking good here. There you go. Let me check up on the long term real quick. Guys, if you guys got into JEPQ with me like months back during the market crash, guys, we're about to hit all-time highs on this. We're not very far. I mean, we're like $1 something away. Yeah, $1.77 away. Wow. But that's crazy, guys. We're about to hit all-time highs on this. For those wondering, we pretty much, when the markets crashed with the Trump tariff thing, whatever, the markets crashed a lot. I mean, NQ dumped down like what, 6,000 points, 4,000 points, 6,000, around there. But we pretty much ended up getting into our long term over here. I added about 80,000 down here because I was super confident. And look where this is sitting at right now, but it's crazy. But yeah, so if you guys did get in, bro, huge congrats to you guys. You guys should be making some money. But yeah, let me see. Let me see. Let me check up on YouTube. Because YouTube is delayed. Oh yeah, guys. For those that are on YouTube, the stream is delayed by 2 minutes. It's always been a thing. It's always been a thing. Let me see. And to GPQ 700. I mean, well, it's, you know, I mean, anything works realistically. We mainly got into JEPQ for the dividends, but I never really thought it was gonna hit all-time highs at least so soon. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna take. I mean, it's long term at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, I'm expecting it to be a few years at least. You know what I mean? But no, we hit all-time highs fairly like straight away. I mean, we crashed, we added in, and mostly every day since it's just been a growth. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. Now, the one that I really want to hit all-time highs, guys, is BTCI, bro. This is like the one that like I really want. It's trying to recover slowly, but it's definitely a progress or a process. My bad. So yeah, we'll see that. We'll see from there. Anyways, let me see if we have anything on the 5 minute to work with. Definitely not. Yeah, we're gonna have to work with the 15-minute. That's even if it closes good. We have 5 minutes left in this candle. I would prefer for it to close obviously at the top of this candle, so we just have more room in the gap to work with. But once again, we still have 4 minutes left into this candle, so we're gonna wait for this candle to close. We're gonna see how it closes, and then we're gonna have to wait another 15-minute candle to see if that even holds the gap, and then we should be able to get an entry model. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, are we trading MNQ? Yeah, we always trade MNQ. Would you ever exit JEPQ? I never keep in mind, I never really bought it for growth. It's definitely something that's part of it. Obviously, I mean, we can see the growth coming in right now. So with the growth itself, I think I'm up maybe 13 or 15K from it. Do I want to take profits from it? I would love to. I mean, that's 15 grand. You know, that's a whole last car right there. You know what I mean? But no, I do not plan on selling it anytime soon, because the whole reason as to what I do for my long term is dividends. All right. I'm not, if I wanted to do growth for long term, I would do Nvidia, Tesla, all those. Right. But for the most part, my main goal for my long term investment is hold that for as long as possible and then just get paid monthly paychecks from the company itself. So if you really, really think about it, the way this works is when a company pays dividends, whatever they paid out, that exact amount will get subtracted from the stock price, right? So if every month I'm getting paid a certain amount, if you really think about it, it's kind of me trimming out of my trade. If like trimming, but not really trimming. Like I'm taking profits because I'm getting paid a certain amount, like into my bank account, and the stock price goes down. So temporarily, I'm gonna be down a little bit than what I was the day before. But if that ETF is able to recover right back up, I'm back to where I was, and I got profits from it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like trimming, but not really trimming at the same time. So no, I don't really plan on exiting unless I really need the money, which um I don't know, you know what I mean? I've always been that type of person to always be like very, very stressed about their future. Like I overthink my future so much. To the point where I've built an investment account, multiple savings accounts and everything, and I have a budget plan to the point where even if something goes south, I always have something to fall back on just in case. You guys don't understand, bro. Like when I overthink about my future, bro, I literally can't sleep at night, bro. Like, okay, look, here's a better saying. And by the way, guys, for those thinking I'm yapping, we're just waiting on this 15 minutes to close real quick so we can get a setup. But I'm the type of person, or there's like, okay, look, there's two ways in how people get money, like when they're coming up, right? So, for example, let's say for like as you're growing up or as you're coming up, you didn't have much, right, in terms of money. I can say that was one of. I mean, my family came from Cuba and everything, and we came to Miami with almost nothing. You know what I mean? We lived with my aunt for some time. So there's that type of, I guess, poor, you can say, that's like you didn't get to enjoy stuff. So when you make it or when you start making it, you spend that money to enjoy stuff. And then there's that type of going from poor to making it to where you don't ever want to go back there and you save as much money as possible. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's like there's like two ways, and I'm the second option. Like I've enjoyed stuff that I've always wanted to do, but I just never want to go back there. Like if I ever have kids, I don't want them to really experience. Well, not that I had a bad experience, but you know what I mean. It's always good to be more comfortable. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. If you guys get what I'm saying, then you guys get it. You know what I mean? If not, then oh well. That's just the way I think about it. Anyways, guys, if you guys look at the market, what are we doing exactly? We are pumping up without anything. I told you guys, all right? So we're definitely correct on that thing for today. It's just we need to find an entry somewhere. I'm not gonna buy longs at all-time highs. You know what I mean? It's just not the thing. But on the 15 minute, I really want to work with something here. So okay, look, the 15-minute candle closed. So what we can do is mark out the gap like this. But the only issue is, guys, is that we have to wait another 15 minutes for this candle to close, and then we can work with an entry, even if we even get one. All right. So I guess now it's wait a little bit more. All right. So yeah, I guess in the meantime we have a little bit of time to kind of just chill in the chat or whatever. David? Nah, bro. I mean, everyone. You know, what I mean, some people were born into money. Some people weren't. You know, what I mean, for me, I've learned to appreciate every dollar. You know what I mean? I definitely never want to go back. Like I said, not that it was bad. I just like as I grew up, I guess I understood the I guess the discomfort of what I mean, overthinking and the future and everything. Like, oh, like you get what I'm saying? So when I definitely started seeing like stuff change and the trading and the community growing and everything, I instantly made a plan to start investing and everything. And I feel like everyone should be doing that for the most part. You know what I mean? Like I've always said this, like with my long term portfolio. Obviously, not everyone has as much as I've put in. Um, but I mean, you have to start somewhere. You know what I mean? The thing that I always go by is pennies turn into dollars. Obviously, it's long term. It's something that you add in as you go on. I mean, you can add a portion of your paycheck or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Or if you get payouts, add a percent of that. You know what I mean? And as time goes on, as you start, as you gain consistency or as you get more and more paychecks, that account is going to go from what might seem like nothing, maybe a few $100s, maybe a few $1,000s or whatever, into something that grows over time. You know what I mean? Not only do your investments grow, obviously, if you choose the right ones, but the more you put in and average in, you know what I mean? It can always grow. The whole goal here is to try to get to retirement as soon as early so we can, live our life as it was supposed to be lived. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it. Now, one thing I will say is I always talk about retiring early, which is a blessing. I'm definitely trying to get into. But one thing I've heard a lot of people say is you get bored quick. Like a lot of people that are older than me that I've read on like certain rooms that I'm in, for investing and retirement and all that stuff, like with dividends and everything, or with the stock market in general, they say that they're a lot older, but they enjoy working way more than staying at home or whatever. So honestly, I guess on paper or not on paper, but like in your mind, it sounds good, like living at peace, like without working and stress or whatever. But I guess after a while, everything gets boring. You know what I mean? Not about retirement. It's about the financial freedom. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get into a lot more. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, guys, I've taken breaks from trading. Like I've tried taking breaks from trading. I'm sure you guys remember what happened. Like last month. It's September, right? Yeah, it is. Last month during August, I'm like, guys, like I need to take a break. I don't know when I'll be back, bro. I was back the next day, dude. I took not even a day off, and I'm like, bro, I need to work, bro. Like it just doesn't feel right if I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say that I'm addicted to it, but I don't know. It's just something that I like. I guess I enjoy doing, but I will have my rough days, and I guess it kind of makes me like have second thoughts about it. But at the end of the day, I'll always want to come back and just do what I love. So for the people like wondering like, dude, when will you ever be done with the Discord? Even if I give you guys like a set time, which I would never give you guys because I don't know when I'll be done. I guess it's gonna get to the point where I just lose the love for this, which has happened, but I gain it back really quick. It's like I don't know, like even if I tell you guys a set time and I really stop trading during that set time, I feel like I'll be back eventually. Like it's just something that I've always enjoyed. I got a lifetime you can't quit. Bro, don't worry. Don't worry, bro. Bro said he was gonna take a 2 week break last month and was back. No, I wasn't even back 2 days later. I promise you, I was back less than 12 hours later. I literally I wasn't on for the morning and I got on like at 1. Dude, I said that I was gonna take a break from trading at like 3 p.m. the day before, and at 1 p.m. the day after that, I took a trade and went over 70 points. And then, bro, that one trade was enough to get my confidence back, and here we are on a 3 week winning streak. Like, bro, you really can't make that up, bro. It's how it is, though. It's how it is. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go get water real quick because I am really, really thirsty. So give me 1 second. In the meantime, I guess we have 10 minutes left into this candle, so we'll just wait it out. 1 sec. All right, I'm back. All right, now I was thinking while I was walking to the thing to the fridge, um, I think that if we're gonna get a retracement today, the only problem is typically the way we look for our retracements is we look for let's say for example, right, the gap closes right here, exactly how it is, right? Um, so what we can do, hold on, let me open up trade again. Okay, so what we can do is if we retrace into this gap, and let's say for example, like an example, right? We go into the midpoint. We're gonna have to wait for a 30-point bounce because that's how much we want our stop loss. We're not gonna use 35 points today just because the volume is a little bit dead. But if we do 30 points, we're gonna have to enter at the highs again. Like I also don't want to do that either. So I mean, what we could do is instead of waiting for that 30-point bounce, if we see the slightest bounce in the market, what we can do is maybe I don't know, like base it off the bottom of the fair value gap. So if we get a retracement, we can enter like this. You guys get what I'm saying? I don't know. Mm, because like once again, let's say for example, right, we bounce off the top of the gap, right, like here. If we want to get a good entry with a 30-point stop loss, we're gonna have to enter above the highs once again, which what I said in the first, like a minute ago, was the last time I'm trying to do is enter at all-time highs. So I want to enter off a retracement, but I don't want to have to wait for the retracement and then a bounce and then enter above all-time highs again. So what I want to do is maybe if we see like the slightest bounce off the gap, maybe 15 points, I would say 15 points in this volume is pretty good. We can enter and then just set our stop loss at the bottom of the gap, because obviously if we inverse this gap, it's probably a sign that longs probably just won't work in the first place, or they're just not going to get respected. Maybe they work, but another time. So yeah, what we can do is enter off anywhere inside of the gap and just place our stop loss at the bottom of the gap no matter what. And if we get stopped out, we will get stopped out at an inverse, pretty much just invalidating our idea. And then we just enter off like the middle of the candle, something like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see. What's the top and the bottom of the gap? Well, the top and the bottom of the gap would be right here, right? The space that you pretty much marked out, right? The whole gap here, the top will be here, obviously, and the bottom will be at the bottom of the gap. Can you show the levels? Oh, I don't have any levels specifically. I mean, go on the 15-minute time frame and just mark out this range right here. This will be the gap. So from wick 1 to wick 2, your gap would be right there. Right? That'll be your whole gap there. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, let's even see if we can afford. Hopefully we can even afford a retracement. I mean, we got something here, right? You guys see what's going on, right? Like you guys see the pattern here, right? We're just not. The market doesn't want to go down today. We know that's not going to go down today. Now the thing is can we even get a retracement to this gap in the first place? Right? Because we want to take longs, maybe at a lighter size for today. I'll probably do like 5 or 7 contracts. But I don't know. This is gonna be a pretty tricky trade in terms of like planning it out. In terms of an entry, it's as simple as just looking for a retracement, then a bounce, and we just enter. But it's the price targets and all that stuff. It's gonna be. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see what we can do. It's gonna be like Friday. Yeah, I know. Trust me, bro. The first thing that I said coming into the stream today is I'm expecting nothing but upside today. Even if we chop, I'm gonna expect a slow grind up. It's gonna happen, right? I mean, it is already happening. I mean, we're getting pullbacks, but it's not enough for a reversal or anything. We're just bound to go up all day, right? Up to where? I don't know. That part I really can't answer. Now, what we can do, guys, is okay. Let's kind of think of a game plan here, right? Because let's say for the, in 5 minutes from now, right? We get a retracement to the gap, and we enter. Let's say we set our stop loss here. Our ideal entry would look somewhat like this, right? So we would want to our entry from the retracement, right? It doesn't matter if you retrace up here, or even at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Our stop loss will be the same regardless. So we're gonna know where our exact entry will be at, right? So if our stop loss is gonna be at the bottom of this gap, right? We want a 30-point stop loss. So our entry is looking like a, let's say 24 to 56 entry, right? So around here. And by the way, guys, for those wondering, no, this is not my entry, right? This is just a game plan, right? But if we enter here, the high of day is 8 points away. So we're gonna have to work with a 1-to-1 risk reward behind the trade. We're not gonna have any price targets for for the most part. We can't have any price targets. Because once again, we're all-time highs. We've never in existence, like in history, we've never been up here. So what we can do is, if we're gonna trade a continuation model, we can just look to do a 1-to-1 risk reward for like most of our contracts. So if I'm gonna do 7, I'll probably take like 5 off at 30 points, to be green on the day, and then we could just move our stop loss to break even and just hold the last 2 contracts until, I don't know, until you're either happy with the profits or we get trailed out on our stop loss, whether it's at break even or at green. That's really the only game plan I can come up with for now. There's not really much more I can do here, because once again, we don't have any price targets. There's, what I mean? There's just not much we could target here. So for now, I guess we could do like a 1-to-1 RR. So if we get an entry around, let's say for example, right, we in 4 minutes from now we retrace into the gap, which Fingers crossed we can, so we can get an entry. What we can do is, once again, look to enter off 256. For those wondering, for those tuning in right now, no, I'm not entering now. Once again, I'm just making the game plan, all right? Because there's gonna be that one guy that's like, oh, but dude, you told me to enter. You know what I mean? No, not yet, at least. All right. So look, we're gonna look to place our stop loss if we enter off the retracement at 226, which will make up for about 30 points. We're gonna look to enter around 256. Obviously, hopefully the gap holds up here. I mean, we're kind of selling off a little bit, but we're gonna see, right? And if we enter at 256, we want our stop loss at 286, right? 286 for 30 points. Or I mean our price target. Right? We take most contracts off here. So what we can do is kind of like mark this out as a price target, I guess you can say. So we can do like something like this, right? Which will be our 30-point mark, which will be the break-even mark as well. And then anything up will be, just extra profit. You know what I mean? So I guess that will be the game plan for now. I tell you, I'm just gonna leave this line here for those wondering. It's just gonna be like our go break even line, like trail some out or most out, and then just go break even for the most part. All right. Wait, why is your entry way above the fair value gap? Okay, so look, if we're gonna enter way above, remember the way we trade continuation models is we look for a retracement into the fair value gap, followed with a 30-point bounce. Now, the whole reason as to why I'm not gonna be waiting for that 30-point bounce is because right now the market is not really moving to the point where we're gonna see 30 points in one go. It's gonna take a few candles, right? Because the volume is a little bit not super ideal, right? But it's ideal enough for us to really trade it, right? So what we can do is just base our entry from where our stop loss will be at. And in this case, since we're not going to wait for that 30-point bounce, we can just use our stop loss to be off the inverse, right? Off the inverse of this fair value gap, right? So if we get stopped out, we will know that longs were never respected in the first place, which will, in this case, be off this inverse, all right? So that's where I'm basing my stop loss from if we enter. All right, we're going to see if this even holds up. We still have 2 minutes left into this candle. Keep in mind, we need to hold this gap up and we need to retrace into it and bounce from it. Bounce enough to see 256. We look to enter there, and then anything else will be the market's job to do, right? Whether it wants to respect it or not. All right. So whatever 30 points is from exactly, yeah. So whatever 30 points is from the bottom of the gap or of our stop loss, which will be the gap, if we hold it, of course, we're gonna see. And we're just gonna look to get our entry 30 points above it, which would be at 256. Right now, fingers crossed we're able to hold this gap. Right now, we're getting a little bit of selling, not the craziest selling in the world, but it's enough to to kind of see if we can even hold this gap up or not. Hopefully we can, because we've waited like a good minute in the market for this. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see for sure. But yeah, in the meantime, let me kind of type up this alert just in case we do get the entry. Just so I'm ready and I'm not like rushing anything. I'm like all over the place. So this alert might look a little bit different. So if you guys are looking at it like in the text alert, for the price target, I have a level. I don't even know what I'm saying. The level will be at 286. So 24, 286. We're gonna have one price target. That's about it. I mean, there's not much. Like I said, there's not much I can really do here. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio trade for the most part. Or at least what we're targeting. So yeah, we'll see. Now, ES also has this gap. It's not as big as NQ, but we can use it towards a bias for sure. Now, this candle is going to close in 15 seconds from now, guys. So fingers crossed we can get an entry soon and this works out into our bias. So once again, what we're looking to do is retrace into this gap. It could be anywhere. It could be from the top, the bottom, the middle, whatever. Let's just say the middle, right? We want enough of a retracement or enough of a retracement to get a bounce into 256. We enter there, right? We're going to enter right here, right? After the retracement, of course, right? And then we just look to target 286 for a 1-to-1 while our stop loss is placed at the bottom of the fair value gap. All right, so we want to see something like this. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the craziest trade that we've caught all month. Well, we don't know yet, but we're not intending it to be the biggest trade ever. So obviously, you know what I mean? Don't really expect much from this one, especially with the way that the volume is. It's just we're looking to trade into a continuation to get something, at least from the market. Because regardless, I'm not really expecting much from the market today, nor tomorrow. But Wednesday, obviously, we have FOMC. That's exactly why I'm not expecting much. Right now, speaking of, do we have any news tomorrow? We do. That's right. Yeah, at 8:30. Yeah, we have a retail sales. Okay, cool. Yeah. So maybe it moves a little bit better, hopefully. But for the most part, we're going to see. So now, I mean, the market isn't really too far away from a retracement. Hopefully, we can get it. But we're about 10 points away from tapping into the gap. So that's pretty much all we need. At least that's what we want to see. Bro needs to reset the stream. What happened? We should be watching for shorts and longs. Well, the thing is, we haven't gotten any selling all morning long. We're above all-time highs. We're not really sweeping any levels. So for the most part, that's pretty much why. I mean, here, let me restart the stream for you guys. Hold up. I'm gonna leave and join back because a few of you guys are telling me that there's a bit of an issue. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. All right, let me know. Let me know if this is better, guys. Let me know. For the people that had the issue. All right. Better? Okay, cool. How did you fix? What do you mean fix? What do you mean? Is your rule that the candle that formed the gap needs to be over 40 points, or no, the gap can be however many points it wants. The candle, the imbalance itself has to be more than 40 points. Because remember, the way we find the imbalance is by looking for I think the word is abnormal amount of volume in the market, right? Just volume that's not normal, right? It's a little bit more than what it's supposed to be, right? That creates an imbalance in the market, and typically what it is more than 40 points, depending on the market conditions. All right. So yeah. Are we well, it's up to you. I mean, trade whatever you want. But for me, I'm probably just gonna do like 7 contracts maybe on this size. That's if you know what I mean. If this holds and everything. Wait, for the people having the issue, what do you guys seeing? Is the stream like bugged out or something, or my mic? What's up? Because I'm looking on YouTube and it looks just fine. From what I'm seeing, yeah, it looks fine. No issues? Ah, okay, cool. I guess it's just like some client-sided issues. But for the most part, let me kind of add a horizontal line here instead. It'll be a lot easier. And then with this, we could just like coordinate a little bit higher into like there. And then here we could put like scale most out. Hold on, let me kind of like like scale most out and go break even. Do something like that. All right, yeah. Screenshot not loading. A lot of people are saying that it works just fine. David, would you take shorts if it inverses? Maybe not. I'm not really too interested in shorts, at least for now. The selling pressure just doesn't look yeah, maybe try restarting your Discord. But yeah, for the most part, the selling pressure just doesn't really interest me right now, especially with no deal soup or anything. I'm just gonna look for a continuation model into a 1-to-1. David, can you please confirm why we're targeting 256? That's not a target. No, that's an entry. Are we still on MQU? Yes, we are. But why are we entering there? It's a 30-point bounce for the continuation model. So it's once again, it's a 1-to-1 entry. Yeah. I think we're fine. Yeah, some people are having the issue, some people are not. I can't really do anything about it. It just seems like it's a Discord issue. I don't really control that stuff, so. I thought we were on MQZ. You can trade MQZ. It doesn't really matter. But tomorrow is when we're supposed to be on MQZ. Like, you have to be on it. If not, it just won't let you trade. Yeah, anyways, for the meantime, I mean, okay, now we're in the gap, right? So now we can start looking to see if we can find longs, right? So in this case, we want to start looking for, okay, so if we place our stop loss once again at the bottom of the fair value gap, we want a 30-point entry. We could do like maybe 25 points, maybe. But no, for the most part, I want to do 30. I want to give the trade as much room to breathe. And then we could do a 1-to-1, which would be 1 tick above here. Maybe 2 ticks. Yeah, 2 ticks. We do 1-to-1 like that. And then just target whatever else there is up here, which is pretty much nothing. But for the most part, this is what we want to see. So quick scale here, we take most off, we go break even, and then let's say we just hold the rest of the contracts for the whole day. Whether we're going to make 100 points or we get sold at break even. Yeah, for the most part, guys, if I do end up taking this trade, it's not going to be my best looking trade, but it's definitely something that I would love to take into a continuation above. If I do end up taking this, I will do it light, maybe 7 contracts, not risk much, to start the week or anything. But for the most part, this is kind of what I want to see. But yeah, I'm gonna be sizing light into it. Typically, you guys know I've been doing 20 contracts recently, or by recently I mean like maybe like 2 weeks ago. But with this trade, I'm gonna be doing it light. So if you guys want to do full light, I don't know. It's your account, your sizing, you choose. I mean, but no, I am not gonna full size this. How do you check rollover dates? It's right here. TradingView actually tells you. So for those people wondering, like, oh, when do you know when to roll over the contracts or whatever, TradingView will always give you this purple arrow here. You click on it and it'll tell you that the contracts are switching on this day to this contract until December. So for the most part, just go based off this. Right here. But yeah. So now pretty much, guys, what we're looking to see is if we can afford a 20-point bounce to the upside. If we're able to get that 20-point bounce to the upside, we're going to look to take longs off 256. That's going to be the ideal entry that we want to get. And we just look to write it into 286 and so on. Now, if this gap doesn't hold, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I might not trade this morning because once again, we're all-time highs. It makes everything so much trickier. We had one setup. If we can hold it, hopefully, fingers crossed that we can. Because right now we are in the midpoint of it. So just like a make it or break it type of situation. But yeah, if we don't hold this setup up, I might just avoid this morning and come back when there's a better looking bias and everything. But for the most part, this is the only setup I want to take for this morning, at least. All right, can you do commentary for shorts? I'm not going to commentate something that I wouldn't take for myself. No. I already told you guys, I'm just not interested in shorts. Even if we get the inverse, it just won't make sense, right? Because we can inverse this, but there's no bearish bias, there's nothing, right? The only reason I'm considering to go long is because we took out all-time highs this morning, we're holding above it, and we're getting a lot of buying pressure. So I'm assuming, or I'm thinking that we can see a continuation all day. Even if the volume dies down, we can get a slow grind up into higher above all-time highs. Right, that's literally the only reason as to why I'm considering going long is into a 1-to-1 ratio trade. But for shorts, it just doesn't make sense. We haven't swept anything. We haven't taken anything out. We can get a slight pullback in the market, but that's not enough to take shorts. Now, if you guys want to take it, obviously you guys are capable of looking at your own charts and taking it. But for the most part, I personally wouldn't give it out. I just wouldn't like it. Right. The only reason I'm bullish once again is because we took out all-time highs and we're holding above it. Right. We took out the all-time highs from that we rejected from twice on like this throughout the overnight session. Right. So during the London session in Asia, we created this all-time high here, or during Friday as well. Right. We tapped into these two, we rejected, and then now we're holding above it. Right. Just confirming that we want to seek higher. Higher into where? I don't know that part. That part no one actually knows, in fact. But it's a matter of time till we see. But yeah, now what we're trying to see is right now we're currently trying, the keyword here is trying to hold above the fair value gap. We want to see if we can hold above 256 to enter longs into a light position. And we can look to take longs into 286 for a 1-to-1. We take most off there and we just hold the rest with a break-even stop loss. All right, guys. But yeah. Then we have much, yeah, no, dude, we have all the liquidity in the world to the downside. Yeah, but the thing is, sometimes we won't see that instantly. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna see now. Once again, if this gap here does not hold, I'm probably just gonna get off for the morning, come back later, because obviously there's not much to really take. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take shorts. I'm not interested in shorts. I'm not gonna take longs because there's no gap here that we can really trade into. Although there is one on the 5-minute here, I'm not really too interested in this one. It's not the best looking one, but we'll see. Let's see if we can even hold this 15-minute up. Fingers crossed we can, because I actually really want to take the setup. So we take this trade if we want to trade. It's not the best looking one, so I would say maybe try to take a better looking one, because this one is more of just like a continuation model with a light size. So maybe, yeah, just maybe wait for the other one. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see if we can hold this gap. So far, we're still in it. So as long as we don't inverse it below 226, it'll be valid until we see 256. But yeah, let's see. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a nice 5-minute bounce here. which is pretty ideal for a continuation. The thing is can we hold above 256? Remember, that's what entry we want to get. All right, but around 256, it'd be 254, 258, around there. But just try to get around that entry. All right, guys. So, for those looking for your own entry and everything, just make sure that it's around 256. That's what we want to see, so we can have that 30-point stop. Just so we can have the best breathing room in the trade. Yeah, no, we're getting a pretty nice bounce. Really nice red to green candle there. Thankfully we didn't really see the inverse from the gap there. So it just makes the setup, still pretty valid. All right, but yeah, guys, we're actually bouncing into 256. So be ready. Obviously, be ready here. To see if we can actually hold this up. But yeah, here, let me zoom in into my trade over here, just so I can see what the candles are doing. Yeah, remember, I'm gonna take this for myself. Light. You know what I mean, with the light size, just in case it goes against us, we won't really get too hurt about it. But yeah, let's see if we can see 256 here. We're getting fairly close. Let me get the screenshot real quick, just in case. Yeah, really, really nice bounce here. Hopefully we can hold this up for a little bit longer so we can see that that continuation to the 30 points. I might just look to enter here. The buying pressure looks really, really strong. Let me see. Yeah, we still haven't broken above 256 yet. So I'm gonna be very, very like firm on that price right there. Once you're able to see 256, I'll get in. But yeah. So far, I mean, really, really nice buying pressure. As long as we can hold that up, that would be a really, really good look into our trade. But so far, no entry yet. I was about to enter, but we rejected literally as I said that. But let's see if we can push this back up so we can get the entry. Yeah, we're shooting back up into the 5-6 here. All right, I'm in longs here, guys. I'm in longs with 7 contracts. Like I said, I'm gonna take this light. It's gonna be a long trade. I will say that. But I definitely do want to trade it into. I got an entry out. Let's see. I definitely do want to trade this into the 1-to-1 here. So yeah, let's see if we can get that going. Let me place my stop. Guys, once again, my stop is going to be placed at 226, which will be the inverse off that 15-minute. 226, sell 7 stop there. Oh yeah, but guys, I am in. I'm assuming we should all get the same entry. I mean, price is still sitting on where we entered, so yeah, we'll see how this one could play out. Let me alert this real quick. There we go. What the fuck just happened? What? 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 It just stopped me out and went up. No, bro. I'm about to re-enter this shit, bro. What? 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 Dude, it just ticked me out and just went back up to where I entered. What? What? What the fuck just happened? Yo, no. You're what? And it's back. What? Yo, who is in here that's controlling the market? What just happened? What? Yo, wait. Is Trump actually speaking? What the hell just happened? Dude, I looked away for not even 1 second, and it went into my stop loss and went right back up into my entry in a point of. Wait. He's not talking. What the fuck happened? What? Why did it do that? What? I'm not even mad. What just happened, bro? Nothing came out and there's no news. No, I'm gonna find a re-entry. I mean, it's still valid, but like, why did it do that? What the fuck? It's like it's targeted towards us. What? Yo, you can't make this up, bro. You literally can't make this up. It hit the same exact stop loss, bro. Bro, I'm gonna look for a re-entry, bro. I'll let you guys know. Hold on. It's gonna be the same entry. It's like, bro, what? Trump isn't speaking. Nothing. No one is speaking. Bro, you can't make this up, guys. You guys saw that, right? Tariff news? I'm not seeing anything on tariffs. And I wouldn't expect tariff news to be only. Oh, yeah, it is. Next China talk could result in over 90. So a tariff news dumps exactly 30 points to our stop loss. The second we enter, and it goes right back up a point, 0.1 seconds later. Yo, you can't make this up, bro. Oh my, bro, what is our luck, bro? I'm not even mad about it. It's just funny, bro. Like they're onto us. I mean, dude, it seems like it at this point. I mean, once again, I'm gonna look for a re-entry with the, I guess, heavier size. I mean, at this point, but like, you can't make that up, bro. Guys, I looked away for 1 second. All right, whatever. Let's lock in. Whatever. I'll see if we can hold this up again to see if we can find a re-entry. But man, that is BS, bro. Dude, you cannot make that up, bro. In 1 second, we go straight into the entry again. Don't no, that's not, bro. It's not revenge trading. I mean, dude, we didn't get stopped out over like an actual stop or anything. It's news came out for a 0.1 seconds and like it's like nothing ever happened. Dude, that is pure luck, bro. Wow. Dude, you cannot make that up, bro. It couldn't have happened not even a minute earlier, bro. Whatever, bro. If I do find a re-entry, which would be obviously still above 256, I'll just enter with maybe like a little bit more contracts so I can make everything back if it goes into our favor and a little bit more. But wow, bro. And I got that on stream too, bro. I'm recording it on YouTube. Now it's just not moving. Oh no, it's like nothing ever happened. Possibly this. Well, if it was tariffs, I mean, we all remember a few months ago, tariffs was like every tariff news that came out was like 200 points. Now apparently it's our exact stop and it goes right back up like nothing happened. Wow, bro. That is so stupid, bro. Oh man, whatever. We'll see if this holds once again. Yeah, let's see. Once again, guys, if we can hold above 256 again, I'm gonna re-enter. It'll be the same exact entry as if nothing happened. But wow, that was very unlucky. That was really, really unlucky, bro. Dude, the timing on that coming out, bro. But yeah, from what it seems like it was, guys, was tariff news. For the most part. This is your next U.S.-China talks could result in another 90-day rollover for tariff truce. Will likely happen before November 10th. Dude, that has to come out the second we enter, bro. Whatever, bro. When does BTCI pay dividends? Typically on the 18th to 20th, sometimes on the 22nd. Around there. So we have maybe like what, like a week left on it. Should come either this Friday or next week. I was unlucky, dude. By far the unluckiest trade I've possibly ever had, bro. Wow, bro. But yeah, once again, like I'm not even mad about it. I'll just re-enter. Thank God that I took it with a lighter size for sure. I would have been tilted if I took it with the full size, but if you get the re-entry, I'll just take it with the better size, like, or at least a heavier size on this one. Yeah, once again, guys, what I'm looking for is another hold above 256. Once we get that, I'll just re-enter. I'll probably do, like I said, I'm gonna do a heavier contract size. If you guys want to do the same, obviously go ahead. But once again, same game plan. We're looking for a 1-to-1 if we can hold that. All right, but yeah, for now, I would say hover your mouse over the buy button because we're getting close to that hold above. If we can get that, hopefully news doesn't come out and messes up again. But we should be able to trade into maybe even the 300s. But we just need to make sure that we hold above around the 256 first. The Trump tweet he did, bro. Literally the second that we entered, he tweeted about a tariff 90-day pause again. But dude, I find it so funny how it dumped exactly 30 points and like nothing happened. It just went right back up a second later. Like, bro, that is so unfortunate, bro. Now we're really chopping up a little bit here. So it might take a little bit of time before we see 256 again, maybe a few minutes, hopefully. But for the most part, the 5 minute is looking a little bit more choppy than usual. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. If it can even hold, so we can get the re-entry. If not, then oh well. I'll just, if this doesn't hold the gap, then I'll just take the light loss for this morning. But hopefully we can get a re-entry because, like I said, I really want to enter into a continuation model into higher. It's just, dude, we got so unlucky, guys. The new look at this. The news happened so fast to the point where TradingView itself didn't even get enough data to even display the price wicking down. That's how fast it was. Like, bro, dude, our luck behind this trade is so unfortunate, bro. Guys, like I said, it happened in the span of like a blink of an eye to the point where TradingView itself didn't even get the data to display on the chart that we dumped down. Like, bro, whatever happened to him? Oh, dude, he's banned, bro. He's gone. But bro, that is so. I didn't even have time to set my stop loss in. You're still in, bro. I mean, set the same stop loss, of course, but wow, bro. And I believe you guys. For the people that didn't even have time to set their stop loss, I believe you guys. I mean, dude, this has like, we have gotten stopped out due to news before, but it's never been like this, bro. But yeah. Once again, let's see if we can hold above. A lot of you guys are still in, bro. You guys are lucky, bro. You guys are lucky, bro. I wish I was the win, bro. But nah, I'll look for re-entry soon. If we could break above like 6 more points, then I'll just enter. Had a 30-point stop loss, didn't get hit. You probably got slippage then. Because if it hit the stop and it never filled you, then you got slippage. So yeah. Yeah, stop 226. Yeah, we did hit 226 though. Yeah, we hit 221. But yeah, let's see. We're flipping this candle back to 256. So if we get stopped out to news again, bro, I'm gonna break my monitor, bro. Like, dude, the markets are lucky that I didn't get mad this time, bro. But damn, bro, I was super unlucky. Do you execute trades on TradeView? No, I execute trades on TradeView. But yeah, let me see if I can find a re-entry soon. How do you determine if price is going to stay above or below? It depends on the momentum in the strength, the momentum in the volume, of course. So in this case, it's a little bit choppy, so it's a little bit hard to tell. But wait, hold on. Let me lock in. All right, I'm gonna give longs another shot here, guys. This is gonna be my last try at longs. All right, guys. I mean, once again, this is gonna be my last shot, bro. If news comes out, bro, I don't even know what to tell you guys. All right, but yeah, it's like I'm basically answering like nothing happened. But dude, that news was so unlucky, bro. Are we targeting the air? No, we're gonna target a 1-to-1, and then after the 1-to-1, if we can see it, we're gonna go break even, take more scales out, and then whatever contract we have left, we're just gonna hold it until pretty much like you said, the air, pretty much, yeah. But for now, it's a 1-to-1. We take most of them off, most of the contracts off, and then we just hold the rest break even. If we want to go up, we'll take it. If we don't, we'll get stopped at break even. So that's pretty much the game plan right now. But yeah, let me double check that Trump isn't doing anything, behind our backs real quick. Yeah, the only news that came out was the 90-day. Bro, what is the timing on that, bro? You can't say that like during the pre-market session. You can't say that a minute before we enter. You really can't make this up, bro. What are the chances? Dude, what are the chances, bro? We're in trouble insurance. Dude, dude, if you guys tell me that Trump is in this voice chat right now, dude, I would probably believe you. Same stop loss? Yeah. Same everything. Remember, think of this trade as if nothing happened, right? So just imagine the first entry never happened. Whatever happened, didn't happen. All right. We're just in with the heavier size, just so we can make the loss back in a little bit more. Because obviously I'm not gonna size the same amount to hit 30 points to then be 0. You know what I mean? I would much rather risk a little bit more. But dude. And like I said before the news came out, expect this trade to be a little bit slower than usual. Obviously, we're at all-time highs. The volume isn't the same as if we're not above all-time highs. So we're gonna have the same price targets and everything. It might just take a little bit longer for us to see that. All right, and we might get some unexpected pullback. So if you see some drawdown, obviously, give it some time. You know what I mean? It's either the price target or the stop loss. No in between. Must have been the win that. That's what I'm saying, bro. David, would you still trade when your mentality is wrecked? No, definitely not. Take a break. If you're not feeling right mentally, bro, there's nothing wrong with taking a day off or two in the markets. The markets will always be here. I mean, the markets will always be here. I'm gonna see 24,300 is your full TP. Honestly, I'm gonna do 24,286 and then just hold the rest for whatever the hell it wants. You know what I mean? Whether it's 300, 400, I don't know, 25,000, I don't know, whatever it is. Just whenever you get stopped out of break even, or if we get trailed out, you know what I mean? As we move our stop loss up into the I don't even know what I was saying. How do I scale out my contracts on TradingView? The same way you bought it, you just sell it, but just less. So if you bought 10, you will sell however many you want, whether it's 9, 6, 5, whatever it is, and then yeah, that's how you pretty much trim. Pretty much what trimming is you're selling a portion of what you entered with, and that's it. Let me see. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, Wednesday morning. If you're gonna wait a certain amount, for the market, avoid tomorrow. Like if you want to be as safe as possible, just trade during or after FOMC. If you're gonna be safe, maybe after, but yeah, just do it around there. I'm personally expecting the same amount of price action tomorrow. I'm not really expecting a crazy market until FOMC starts. You re-answered? Yeah, I made it clear. Get more subs? Yes. Same as always. Any news on the indicator? We're still working on it. We're getting started on the entry and the entry model. where it will give you suggested entries on the best possible entries that it finds. We're still working on it. It's a lot of work, bro, but we're getting closer and closer to finishing it soon. Hopefully, we can finish it by this week. But either way, if you finish it, I have to backtest it a lot before I really release it, because obviously I'm not gonna be releasing something that doesn't work. You know what I mean? So yeah. And for now, yeah, we're the team is getting started on the entry and exit and the setup rating model, right? So once again, for those that don't know, obviously the entry and exit is pretty self-explanatory. But the setup rating is gonna see all the confirmation it has, and it's gonna see the volume in the market, and it'll tell you if the setup is a good-looking setup or a bad-looking setup, right? It will rate it like A plus setup, B setup, C setup, F setup, meaning the worst setup, you know, and so on. You think FOMC will push us higher in the big dude? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. With FOMC around the corner, okay, here's the problem, right? Rate cuts is extremely bullish, like really, really, really bullish in the markets. Here's the problem: the whole market, every investor out there, if you were to ask anyone in Wall Street or anyone in general, like any big investor, they would say, "Oh yeah, I'm expecting a rate cut." Now, what happens when the whole market is expecting rate cuts? Well, the market is more than likely already priced in. All right. So if we do get rate cuts on Wednesday, what could happen is the market probably doesn't move as much as we're expecting. And if we don't get rate cuts, we're gonna go down a lot. Like it's either like we barely go up or we go down a lot. You know what I mean? That's the problem with that expectation, because the whole market is expecting rate cuts. So what happens when the market? You guys know the deal. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So even if rate cuts happen, we might not even see a pump in the market because people already knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? They're probably just selling their position to take profits. So we're gonna see how that goes, but we're due for a rate cut. I mean, we need it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we enter a bear market. Eh, I want us to be a little bit more stable. Then, well, I mean, if we enter a bear market, we can definitely we can use that as a buying opportunity as always. You know what I mean? Into the long term, which, you know, it's a win-win for everyone. If we have we continue the bull market, which I don't know how much higher we can go. We're already above all-time highs. It's gonna make the market trading the market really, really tricky. But for the most part, I want the market to be stable. I don't want it to go up nor down. I want it to be kind of like in the same range. But we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own thoughts behind it. Look, speaking of, I'm on Twitter right now. JP Morgan, he said stocks may fall on Fed cuts. JP Morgan warns that US stocks could cool if, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's when the whole market is expecting rate cuts, even if it's as bullish news as like we all expect, it could still be, you know, a sell off in the market. But no one really knows until it really happens. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, no, you got stopped. Oh, you know what? You're right. I completely forgot. In fact, I never even made the alert channel private. Let me do that real quick. Hold up before I do anything. Dude, I was so shocked from the news that came out, bro, that I completely forgot to do everything, bro. All-time high chalk incoming. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We're like I said, we're gonna expect that. But as long as we can slowly grind, which was the whole goal for the trade, slowly grind to a 1-to-1, I'll take that. That's all I want. That's one thing. I already said, bro. We're still working on it. I'm not gonna release it until it's ready. I don't have a set date for it to come out. Thanks. I got you, bro. All right. Trust me. I'll make it known. I'm gonna make like a whole video on it and everything. like a nice visual video. It's gonna be one of those trades. Yeah, bro. It is. I mean, we're trading above all-time high, so not much to be surprised about. How long am I saying this? I mean, it's either until it hits the stop loss or the price target. No in between. Yeah, typically I don't give the trades a time limit, whether it takes all day or 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Do you DCA? No, I don't. I don't like DCAing. Now, if I get stopped out and the entry is still there, will I re-enter? Yes, I re-enter a lot. Because sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. There are times where, let's say for example, I take a continuation model, and let's say for example, it hits my stop loss, but it's still inside of the fair value gap, and we get another bounce to the point where the bias is still valid. Then yes, I would re-enter. But if the setup just gets completely messed up due to news or whatever, I'll just take the L. You know what I mean? But no, I will never DTA. That is the one thing. Not only does Apex not really allow it. I mean, they allow it if you do it once every now and then. But if you're DCing like a million times per trade, every single trade, then they're probably gonna deny your payout. And the last thing I'm trying to get right now is my payout denied. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, I don't DCA. What is DCA? DCA stands for dollar cost averaging, and what that means is, let's say for example, you enter longs and the market continues going down, right? But you're really, really like bullish, like you know that the market's gonna go up. So as the market continues to go down, although you're already in longs, you keep entering longs. So if you enter at 24,000 and the market jumps down to 23,950, right? 50 points below your entry, and you still think the market's gonna go up, you're gonna add again. It keeps going down, you're gonna keep adding and adding and adding until the trade eventually goes back up, right? You're not doing the zero to payout challenge. I already told you guys. Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it when the indicator is fully out. I feel like that's gonna be the best way to test it out. To see if it can really even pass evals. You know what I mean? Or if it can give good enough trades, which, you know, I'm confident it will, because I mean we're implementing the whole model into it. You know what I mean? So whatever I typically take, the indicator will give out. So once that's ready and released, I will pretty much put out the zero to payout challenge and just do it live on stream. I feel like maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I gotta plan it a little bit better. Um, but yeah, I'll do it once it's ready. Once everything is ready and organized, I'll do it. Can you DCA as long as it's 30%? No. I think Apex has a rule where you can only DCA once per trade. I think I could be wrong, but from my understanding, from what I've seen people do and everything, you can only DCA once. Good morning. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still thinking if I'm even gonna charge for it. Although I'm putting a lot of money into it, I mean, like, I'll see. I'll see. It's still, everything is still being planned. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Well, not that you're not supposed to. It's, everyone has their own trading style, of course. Some people, they, what I mean, maybe they do. I mean, it's everyone has, to each their own, pretty much. Now the only thing is Apex themselves, they, or some platforms out there, in fact, they don't really allow it because I guess it could be like, I don't know. I don't really know how it works. Oh, for Apex? Oh yeah, yeah. They don't really like, you can, as long as you do it once per trade. That's from my understanding. I don't know if it's once per trade or once in a while. But whatever it is, I don't know. Does the indicator only work? No, we're gonna implement everything. We're gonna have it read every draw liquidity you buy, every draw liquidity that's valid. It's gonna read the DOL sweeps. It's gonna give you a bias. It's gonna give you multiple price targets. We're currently working on about 3. From what I saw from the screenshot, we have 3 price targets. So if it finds a trade with multiple price targets, it's gonna list every single one that it finds. It's gonna have the inverse fair value gap model and the fair value gap continuation model, and it's gonna have a setup rating. All right, and for the most part, that's what we have planned. Oh, and it's gonna have a volume reader, so it's gonna tell you whether the market is really choppy or really volatile. And the way it's gonna find that, you might be wondering, is by it's gonna grab the last few candles. It could be the last 7 to 10 candles, and if it averages a certain amount of points, it will either decide if the volume is good or if the volume is bad. But yeah, it's a lot of work though. It's a lot of work. Let me see. DCA can improve the win rate. For example, entering half at the entry point and half at the stop loss, then moving your stop loss 20 more points down. If your first entry is good, you make money. If you get pump fake on your stop loss, you make money as long as it's not an insane pump fake. Yeah, I guess you can consider it like that. I mean, win rate percent doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, dude, you can have like a 99% win rate, but when you lose that one time, if your sizing is horrible or if your risk management is horrible, whatever you won in that 99% win rate, it's gone. You know what I mean? If you just can't manage your thing. That's why, I mean, when a lot of people ask what my win rate is, like I will say it, but it's like I try to explain to them that it's really not as important as it seems, because there could be this one trader out there that has a 95% win rate and he still can't pass an eval for his life, or maybe you get a payout. You know what I mean? Because anytime he gets close, he takes that one loss in that 5% of the win rate, right? And he blows his account. You know what I mean? You're risking 25% to 50% more. Yeah, that's already a lot, bro. 50% itself is a lot. Well, it depends on your drawdown, of course, but still, that's 50% of whatever. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about your sizing or of your account. But I don't know. It's like a whole different like strat into DCing. I've never done it before. I don't plan on doing it ever. So I don't really know too much about it. I don't have a risk management plan behind it. You know, none of that. Bro, you guys are that boy. You guys are big, bro. All right. You can't make that up. Not gonna lie to you guys, bro. This trade might take a little bit longer than what we were expecting. I was expecting like a long trade, but not at this rate, bro. Like, it's gonna be something. I just got back into everything in your premium. I was working on a strategy indicator connected to TradeView and TradeVate. Oh, what the hell? Oh no, news came out. Please be bullish. Please be bullish. Yo, no. Bro, I mean, no one could ever scale at that point. But dude, why does this keep happening, bro? What is happening? Did you guys see that? News came out. We just hit 278. And again, TradingView just didn't detect it. What is going on, bro? Did Trump say something, bro? Please don't be bearish, at least. Please don't be bearish. Please. I'm not saying anything. Maybe he's typing up the news, but whatever it is, please, for the love of God, don't be bearish. Oh, man. You guys saw that too, right? That's 2 in the opposite direction today. I know, bro. It only detects on M&Q. Oh, yeah. I mean, regardless, it was literally impossible to get skills out there. I would have taken it. I would have for sure taken it. But, bro, why not hold for a second, bro? Not even a second, bro. Topside got it. Yeah, no, TradeView and Topside got it for sure. But NQ on TradingView did not get it. Oh, man. No, I'm not even going to say that the trade was green. I mean, it was really impossible to take skills there. I mean, Unless you guys are the Flash or something. Did you guys get anything there? No, right? I mean, it's literally impossible. It happened. TP hit? You got it? No, bro. It wasn't 30. I know. It was close though. What? Oh yeah, no. Wait. I thought our price target was at 8.2. It was at 8.6. Never mind. Either way, it's whatever. But hopefully, whatever move you got there, hopefully we can continue into it. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can continue into it. I feel like what I'm gonna do, guys, is if we see 286, I'm probably just gonna take most profits there, get off stream, and just manage everything on my own. Like through text. Because this is gonna be a long stream if you hold this whole trade all day. Oh man, I'm just hoping that we don't shoot back down to the entry point, bro. Like why do all that, whatever it did and to do nothing? You know what I mean? You had mine at 276. So you had what, like a 20-point price target? Which isn't bad with this market, I'm not gonna lie to you, but 286 set break even? Exactly. No, wait, 286 takes most skills out, set break even, let the rest of the contracts run. That's what I'm gonna do today. That's if we can see it. But that's my plan. I was gonna full port long for the eval because I don't want to waste time. And the TP hit instant pass. No way, bro. Your luck, bro. Your guys' luck today. If you didn't get stopped out, or if you pass an eval with whatever this person did, she, I don't know. This person, because I can't really read your name. It's dotted out because that's streamer mode. But yeah, you guys are very lucky today. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what's going on, bro. But man, that first entry, it was good. Don't get me wrong, the trade was really good. Because I mean, we're in the same entry either way. But bro, like, why does it hit the stop loss straight away? Like, make it make sense. Your bid defender subscription ended. Somebody spent typical price. Wait, what? David, my bid defender subscription ended, and someone used to buy. What should I do? Bro, don't ask me, bro. Call a bank, bro. Dispute it, quick. And you gotta close out your cards and everything, bro. Dude, they were waiting for that, bro. All right, bro, come on. I'm locked in, bro. After the trade. Yeah, I've never heard of bid defender. What is it? Nah, but after they were waiting for that shit to end quick, bro. Were there comments? Nah, I agree. I mean, I'm not really like a tech genius. I don't really know too much about antiviruses or anything. But for the most part, if you're not like on websites that you're not supposed to be on, then I guess you're fine. Yeah, for yeah, you're good, John. That's not even a bad idea. Let me see. I stayed in after the wick. Very lucky, very nice. Got my bread this morning, closed out. Nice, bro. Not a bad idea to call it, bro. Especially with this volume. Any advice on how to keep a consistent stop loss? I had so many trades, but I keep lowering my stop loss just for the trades to go green. What do you mean? Wait. Oh, like lowering it, like making it like, you mean like making it like wider, right? Like if you have a 30-point stop loss and the trade goes into it, like you like move it to like 35 points and so on. Yeah, it's as simple as just not moving. It's more on being more disciplined. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you will be wrong in the market. You know what I mean? It happens. Hey, Joker, take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Yeah, bro. Sometimes you will just be wrong in the market, and you just gotta accept it. Only fell off. It wasn't anything crazy. It seems like because the volume is dead, but actually, yeah, it's like a 15-point sell off. With this market, this type of volume, it's something. But yeah, dude, this trade is gonna take forever to trade or to do something. You have a heartbreak story, dude. Yes, a lot, bro. Yeah, seriously. What's up, bro? Dude, it better be for the charge, bro. Don't ask me some stupid shit, bro. It's not yeah, guys. Look who's asking, bro. You don't gotta watch paint dry with us. I don't know. I want to at least watch the trade do something live with you guys, and then I'll get off. But dude, this thing is gonna take forever, bro. I'm gonna give it to like 11:30 maybe. If anything, I'll just like alert it like on text after, because I'm not trying to be on stream for so long, bro. It's you guys don't understand it. It's draining. For sure. Yeah. I mean, I know you gotta do it after like a new stream because that's when I'm hyped up. Right now, my energy is dying down. I'm getting bored of the market. You know what I mean? It's not moving. I talked about everything that I had for today, so now let's just wait for the trade to do its thing. Nah, Sunday if you want. Yeah, Sunday. All right. Hopefully we don't chop down into the stop though. That's the one thing I'm hoping for because it's you guys know, bro. It's one thing getting stopped out and it's one thing getting chopped out. That's the worst feeling, bro. Because you wait like a whole hour for the trade to work out. You see a little bit of green on it and then boom, straight to the stop loss. So hopefully that's not the case today. But if it is, then I'm just probably just gonna call it. Hopefully it's not though. It'll be a long day. Yeah, very very long day. David, how far are you from a payout? I was gonna request one this week actually. If I was green today, if I end green today, which I don't know if I will because the markets. I might request another one. The last one I requested was last month on um the 18th. No. Um, when did I take the break? The 18th, right? It'll be. When did I take the payout? Oh no, let me check. As David, no, bro. No, it's never gotten like that, bro. It's not. Look, bro, it's not that hard, bro. Anyways, let me see when I got the payout last time. It was on the. Let me see. Oh, right here. I got it on no, because that's when I got it. It's on the 25th. So yeah, the 18th or something around there. So yeah, it's been near a month that I haven't gotten a payout. So I'm gonna request one very very soon. David, can you please explain the difference between these two figures? Okay, so realized P&L is the profit and loss that you made after the trade. So after you click sell, whatever you make, that's like guaranteed in your account is gonna be under realized. Unrealized is profits that you have currently, like in the trade, but you haven't taken profits. So that unrealized profits, it can move up or down. News is coming out. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. But yeah, bro, unrealized, if I didn't explain it like good enough, unrealized is what you made, like after you sold, and unrealized is where you're currently up or down while you're in the trade. So once you get out of the trade, that unrealized, whatever it is, unrealized, it will move over to the realized. But if I sell one contract, the total should be added to the realized, right? That one contract will be added to the realized. Yeah, I got you. Anyways, news apparently is coming out. Don't tell me. Well, yeah, China's top grade negotiator reach framework agreement on TikTok. Bro, that's something to do with the market, bro. See, China's will not sacrifice interest in firms overreach. Oh, so guys, something on China is happening. Please don't be bearish. Please. Is the session recorded? Yeah, it is. Not that you really want to watch anything with the session. This has been the most boring live trading session that we've had in a minute. But I mean, if you want to watch it, bro, it's on YouTube. It's not recorded. But yeah, guys, apparently news is coming, or not really news, but you know, stuff is happening. You know, I mean, between China and Trump, just don't be bearish. For the love of God, please don't be bearish. Or at least hit the price target first. You know what I mean? And then do whatever you want. Yo, Blas, when you started trading, how long did it take for you to receive your first ever payout? Okay, so I get asked this question every so often. I started trading futures. Okay, so before I started trading futures, I had experience. I had about 2 years and a half of experience in options. So I kind of already had a strat, not the same strat as now, but I had a strat. It used to be the gap fill strat, with the 15-minute opening range breakout, and I used to trade options with it for 2 years and a half. And then I got introduced to prop firms and futures. I gave it a shot and I never looked back. So for my first payout, it took me like a few months. Um, and for the most part, it's because in the futures market, whatever strategy you use for the stock market itself, it didn't work. My strat, which is the gap fill strat, it didn't work at all because on futures there's rarely any gaps that were made, so that didn't work. So it took me a few months to really like rework the strategy, I guess you can say. And in the meantime, I was also learning how to use the prop firm, the rules behind it, and a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, it took me a few months. I don't really remember how many months it took me, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe 5. I don't know. It took me a while actually. It took me longer than it should have. But yeah, once I started getting consistent with it, ever since then it was just like a line up. You know what I mean? Like a trend up, pretty much. Hey, what's your TP? It's on the chart. It's 286. How much did you lose on options? I didn't lose on options. I made up for me trading at 17 years old options while in high school. I made pretty good money to be comfortable. For my age at least. I mean, I was able to buy my old car, which was the BMW, bro. That car, bro. I love that car so much, bro. It has so many memories. But I had to sell it because I didn't have space in my driveway. For the new car that I got. But yeah, for the most part, at 17 years old, I was able to buy my first car, or not really my first car, my second car, but because I sold the last one that I had. I got in a car accident, so the insurance kind of you know. But for the most part, for most of that money, it went to the BMW that I got. And I mean, dude, as a 17-year-old, I don't really pay rent. I didn't pay rent. I offered to help. I mean, I give my a little bit of a share, but I wasn't like crazy money making. You know what I mean? But yeah, for the most part, I was able to get my first car and everything, and my P&L is green on my Webull. So I would say I was pretty profitable. I mean, with options. Now, you might be wondering why'd you quit doing options. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Um, I just don't think options is good enough to make a living consistently from. Not only do you have to be right in the market, but you also have to be right with your timing. If you time the markets off like by barely a second, theta will literally eat those contracts up. Like it will make those contracts, even if it goes into your price target, you probably won't make as much money, or you won't make any money at all. In fact, you could lose money if the trade takes too long. Um, for me, I used to do 0 days to expiration. For those that know, it's 0 DTE. So maybe that's why, you know what I mean. But it's either you trade 0 DTE and you make as much money as you should be making, right, which is a lot of money, or you trade 1 week out or 2 weeks out or maybe even a month out. And the trade, if it goes in your favor, you can make some money, but you won't make as much money because those contracts, they don't have interest. Like they no one is buying those contracts. They're not moving. So it's you choose either you want to be risky or safe. There's no in between. You know what I mean? So with options, I just feel like it's just really unstable. Um, and I just don't think you can really make a living. Well, I'm not saying that you can't make a living off options. I just don't think I could have made a living off options. Even though I would consider myself consistent, it was just so stressful. Way more stressful than futures. And don't get me wrong, futures is stressful enough. I mean, trading anything in the market. You know what I mean? You're risking your own money, so it's stressful. But no, trading options was just like that extra level of stress of and overthinking. Like, oh, dude, if the trade pulls back, then the theta and this and that. It's like, bro, I just couldn't do it, bro. So the same day that I got introduced to futures, I decided to just quit options completely, bro. Trading Tesla 40T, getting a dude, no, dude, bro. Trading Tesla in its prime was insane, bro. You guys don't understand, bro. Like, dude, you'll be in the back of class, bro, and in 0.2 seconds, you'll be up like 200% on your position because of Tesla. That thing was crazy, bro. Those are the good days. But now I'm not gonna lie to you. Now that the market has shifted its focus into futures, a lot more like day traders that you probably know of, like Jadon and all these people that used to be really big on options. They kind of moved over to futures. They don't really trade options as much as they used to. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Um, with everyone switching over to futures and it being known as the better market, it really took a big hit on how the premiums move on option contracts. Um, and you'll be surprised if you compare how options moves now versus how it did like 2 or 3 years ago. There's a big difference, really big difference. How long will futures be around? Oh, how long has it been around? Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm assuming since the start of like time. I guess. I don't know. but but yeah. You guys, no, definitely not, bro. Very slow trade, bro. Very slow trade, but it's what we signed up for today, at least. We know it's gonna be slow. I didn't think it was gonna be this slow because I mean, for the most part, the trend was really bullish at first. I'm like, you know what? We just take a continuation model into the price target, and as done deal. Maybe it might take like 30 minutes, an hour, but no, dude. It's been like, dude. We entered on where did we enter? We entered here at 30. Yeah, we've been in the trade for an hour, and we're still at the entry point. So yeah, bro, it's been something. It's been something. I was expecting it to be slow, but not this slow. So we'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't chop us out into the stop loss because that's when it gets annoying. You know what I mean? Imagine waiting a whole hour in a trade, being stressed and everything, for it to hit the stop loss, bro, slowly. That's the worst feeling, bro. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't pull back into the stop. Remember, guys, I have my stop loss placed at 226. If this trade doesn't work out, honestly, whatever. I'll just move on to another day. I definitely won't be trading today after that. I mean, the markets are just too slow right now. But in the meantime, it's just kind of wait it out and see what happens. And then once again, like I said, tomorrow I'm not really expecting much either. Because mainly tomorrow we're gonna have it's the day before FOMC, so There might be a little bit more chop, but I mean, only time can tell. Tomorrow we do have a red folder coming out at 8:30, so hopefully that moves the market a little bit more during the open. But if it's not for that, then I just think we're gonna chop for the most part until Wednesday. Until Wednesday at 2 p.m. Now, for Wednesday, I'm not gonna live trade on in the morning. I'm gonna live trade in the PM session during FOMC. I'm not gonna trade in the morning because I'm gonna wait for my position. I'm gonna wait for my sizing for FOMC. All right, guys, just so you know now, and obviously I'll make it clear because people are gonna be asking a million questions about it. But yeah. Not that I'm getting I mean, dude, it's just a chop, bro. It's annoying to be in, bro. This trade aged me, dude. That's how it is, bro. This trade is this market, bro, in general. Mondays aren't the best anyway. Recent, well, like I said, guys, I don't really believe in certain days being historically bad. I don't really think that's how it works. The only reason why we're more choppy today is because not only are we at all-time highs, but we don't have any news today. So there's not much that the market really has data to really, go off on. So that's it for the most part. I don't really believe in certain months being bad or certain days being bad. I mean, dude, if the market has an opportunity, bro, you take it. If it doesn't, then you move on. You know what I mean? I've had some of my best days have actually been on Mondays. We're talking 200 plus point trades and all that good stuff. It all just depends on how the news is coming out in the market. You know what I mean? Mondays feel so bad in general. I guess. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I personally feel like Mondays just to hit or miss. I mean, that goes for any day. Fridays can be choppy. Thursdays can be choppy. Any day can be choppy. Why did you size so heavy on New News Monday? No, it's not that I size heavy. On the first position, I did 7, but literally as I entered, news came out, stopped me out, and it went right back up into my entry. So I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna kind of, I guess you could say double down on it. I just doubled my position. So if it hits the price target, not only would I be back to break even, but I'll be green. But don't worry, I'm sizing what I can afford to size. You know what I mean? Business mistake is having too heavy. Well, at first I did tell you guys to size light. You know what I mean? We knew what was gonna happen. We knew that the market was gonna kind of chop up or chop. We wanted to chop up, but I didn't expect it to be this slow. So hopefully we don't chop down into the stop loss. That's gonna be the worst feeling. But if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean, we can always move on to the next. Regardless, we'll be super green on like with the overall trades that we've caught these last 2 weeks. So it's not much. I feel like after FOMC happens, I'm gonna start sizing. I'm gonna go back to sizing 20 micros. I feel like the market will be moving enough again to the point where we can get good setups, good volume, good everything, and just work with that. Did you take your trade on MNQZ5 on the first entry? No. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow, we're gonna move over to MNQZ5. But today we're still on the U contracts. Tomorrow, remember, look, if you look at NQ right here on TradingView, it'll tell you on Tuesday, contract tricks Tuesday the 16th is when we go from NQU to NQZ or MNQZ, I guess you could say. So just keep that in mind. Maybe nah, it's not even that we're pulling back, bro. It's just the market just is very choppy in general, bro. It's what we have to deal with today and tomorrow too, if we're gonna trade tomorrow. If we see something, of course. But like I said, we're gonna chop until FOMC. Remember, the markets are waiting for FOMC to happen. Once FOMC happens and rate cuts happen or they don't happen, the markets will start moving in that direction. But for now, no investor out there knows whether we're gonna get rate cuts or not. So what does that mean? They're not gonna put money into the markets, and the markets don't get any money. Hence that anticipation. We're gonna get chopped until it happens. Now, once FOMC happens, then we go from there. But yeah, for today and tomorrow, I'm expecting some pretty heavy chop for the most part. But I mean, if like I said, if an opportunity comes around, then I mean, we can look to take it. I mean, with the quoting size, of course. But yeah, would you guys want to try to trade tomorrow? Let me know. I mean, if you guys don't want to, I don't have to get on. I mean, I, I know I shouldn't have asked it because you guys are gonna say yes, get on. But are you guys gonna try to trade tomorrow? Is what I'm trying to say. I'm definitely gonna be there's the definitely the keyword definitely. If PA looks good, then yeah, I'll be on if the PA looks good. But if it looks like today, bro, honestly, or if we open above all time highs, I'm not even gonna bother, bro. Because I mean, look what's happening today. I mean, we had a setup and it's just really choppy. And like I said, we're expecting the same thing tomorrow just because of FOMC happening the day after. So a little bit of anticipation there. Let's see how the night session goes. It's not gonna be any good, bro. Remember, the overnight session is only good when like some overnight news happens. You guys have been there, you know what I mean? When Trump was talking about tariffs, you guys remember you guys remember when we had that 1 week where we were only trading Asia session? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That week was the most stressless week ever, bro. Like, imagine going to bed, like before you go into bed, like you know, like you're in your pajamas, you're all showered up, you're all fed and everything. You get on the charts, you make a quick, I don't know, $10,000, and you go to sleep, dude. That was amazing, bro. And then the next day, you have the whole day to yourself. And dude, it was like, bro, that 1 week was the best week ever, bro. It was, and the only reason I traded that week, during Asia that week, only Asia, is because guys, during the New York session, I promise you guys, every single candle on the 5 minute time frame from open to close was over 100 points. All right. So obviously, if the New York session is that volatile, Asia being Asia is going to be a little bit less volatile than New York, but it was just perfect. It was just perfect enough for us to trade the 40-point candles, bro. It was amazing, bro. You guys don't understand, bro. If I can ever go back to a time in the markets, it would definitely be during Trump speaking about tariffs and me trading Asia. Dude, it was so bro, yeah, guys, if you guys didn't trade during tariffs, bro, even on the 1 minute time frame, there were 200-point candles. It was insane, dude. When I tell you guys it was untradeable, it's either I promise you guys, you enter a position and you either get stopped out in an instant and you blow your account in a blink of an eye, or you pass your account and then get an instant payout. There is no in between. That's how volatile the markets were, bro. Oh man, it was scary to trade, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was fun. I always like when the market has a lot of volume. I really like it because it's fun. You know what I mean? It's either it puts you out of your misery, out of like really quick. You know what I mean? If you're gonna get stopped out, it's gonna stop you out in a 0.1 seconds, or it's gonna hit your price target in a blink of an eye. There's no in between. You know what I mean? I'd rather deal with that than deal with whatever we have right now, where we haven't moved in the last hour, more than an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather deal with that. So if I were to ever go back into a time, it would be when we were trading Asia during tariffs, bro. It was super fun, bro. I even have the recordings, bro. Do you use the same exact? Yeah, I used it. I typically don't really suggest using my strategy for Asia, or in general, I don't suggest trading during Asia, at least NQ. But if you guys can't trade during the New York session, or you want to trade more during the Asia session, if you're gonna trade during Asia, at least do gold. Don't do NQ, and especially ES. Do not do ES, guys. I promise you guys, ES doesn't even move a single tick for like hours upon hours during the overnight session. It is not good. So if I were you, if you guys are like looking to trade during the Asia session, just trade gold. You know what I mean? Gold is your best bet. Because gold, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, gold moves better during Asia than it does during the New York session. I could be wrong, but yeah, bro, Rocky, I answered your question like 30 minutes ago. Yes, it is recorded. Yeah, I got you, bro. It's on my YouTube. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. It's not recorded. Ah, bro, this market, bro. You out of the trade? You're so lucky, bro. You are so lucky. Dude, like I would trade anything to get off green right now, bro, and just go or bet or something, bro. But instead I have to deal with this market, bro, where we've been in the same entry for the last hour. More than an hour, in fact. This is the worst PA I've ever seen. It happens, bro. It was bound to happen, bro. The markets were too good for maybe too long. 2 weeks with good price. I mean, and maybe not that price was good, but our trades were definitely pretty good. We gotta admit that. But I guess today is different, bro. No news Monday for you? Yep, that's how it is, bro. Marcus died 20 minutes after open. I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. We definitely knew it. But the thing is, I was trying to get a trade to where we chop up. You get what I'm saying? Like we're expecting upside still, even though it's choppy. But no, bro, we got in unfortunately at the wrong chop because now it's just chopping sideways. I don't want to say it, but typically when this happens, we just slowly chop it to the stop. So I don't want that to happen. But yeah, we'll see. Dude, it's just that first entry was so unfortunate, bro. If it wasn't for that, bro, I would have probably been out on this trade for like maybe like $10 profit. bro, bro, lying? Probably. I'm not like, guys, what time would you guys want to get off the stream? Don't worry, we'll still be in the trade, of course. But what time do we get off? And then we get, I still like alert the trade like more in the text channel. Once we hit the equal high. Oh, it's time to exit. The thing is, it looks like it was a good time to exit, but the thing is, we broke above the high in like instantly, and we instantly went back down. So even if you wanted to take profits there, you couldn't because you just wouldn't be fast enough, unfortunately. So yeah, although it looks like we hit 278, it was impossible to take profits there. As much as I want to say that the trade went green X amount of points into 278, realistically, no one could have gotten a trim there. Like it was literally impossible. But yeah, dude, soon I'm gonna get off. Although I might still be in the trade, bro. I might just get off the stream soon, bro, and just alert the trade during like in the text because, bro, you guys understand, bro. Being on live for a while gets very exhausting, very stressful as well when the trade is there. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think better when I'm not constantly talking or have a lot of people watching me. but yeah. You know, what was the question? What was the question? David, are you getting out at the entry? No, I mean I don't really have a reason to. I'm gonna hold the trade whether it's a loss or not. I know what I'm risking. It's just a really slow market. You know what I mean? Hopefully we see something soon, but I don't know, man. No, dude, I'm not answering that shit, bro. That's when you're gonna start investing into, dude. There's so many updates that go against investing in CS, bro. You're better off not doing it. I have a crown in there that I haven't really touched recently, but I don't know. I'm not really planning on selling it either. I just have it there to, if I ever want to play or whatever, then I'll have it. But other than that, no. Nah, bro. I said I wasn't gonna do it if you do log beat, bro. That's the one deck I can never beat. But nah, I'm not gonna get on cash right now, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I raged off yesterday, bro. I lost to a level 12. It's like one of those people that they have the lowest levels, but they're so good at the game that the levels don't even matter. Dude, that's just, I'm like, dude, I'm never playing this game again. You just saw, all right, bro. Level 12 is crazy. I know, bro. I know. I had no words. Oh, dude, this price, bro. I don't know how you guys play mobile. Dude, the only game that I'll play on my phone is Clash Royale. That's literally the only game I'll ever play. Other than that, bro, I mean, there's not much else to play. Realistically. Dude, especially with all the games now, even coming out for the PS5 and PC, dude, all the games suck, bro. Everything's all a money grab. It's battle passes. They focus more they put more time into like the battle passes and the in-game currencies and everything than the actual game itself, bro. Like, dude, take Call of Duty for an example, bro. It's so garbage, bro. Yeah, bro, you don't have to ask, dude. If you don't like this PA, which obviously no one does, bro, you can get off, bro. Mind you, dude, I have never in my life ever bought the Clash Royale Battle Pass, and I never will. Do you ever play Battlefield? I've never liked Battlefield. I've always been more of a like a COD type of guy, but even now the games, dude, they're so bad, bro. Like instead of investing money into a better like anti-cheat as well, bro, it's just all money, 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 skin, 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 skin. Dude, it's so like there's no good games out there, bro. I feel like the only good game that will come out now is gonna be GTA 6. That's literally the only thing that I can like imagine. That's the only game I'm willing to play. GTA 6, Elden Ring. Honestly, I've never really like fallen into the hype of Elden Ring. I've never played it, but I'm always down to play it. I just don't really like single player games as much. I've always liked multiplayer games, but now it's either you need to pay to win or you need to cheat. You know what I mean? Everyone's a cheater. You can't play CS because every lobby there's a cheater. You can't play COD because every lobby there's a cheater. It's like, dude. And if it's not for that, then everyone's a tryhard. You know what I mean? Like, if we're getting to the point in time where if you haven't played a game for more than 10 years, you won't enjoy it. Because COD, you know what I mean? Back then when BO3 came out, well, to be honest, BO3 was the last good game that came out. But like in that time, like there was more new players than there were tryhards. Now you can't enjoy a new game, bro. Like if you're like you're coming like if you're becoming new to gaming, I promise you, there's no games out there that you're gonna enjoy. Like, because everyone is just so good at everything. Like, I guess like every game out there has been out for such a good, long time to the point where like you just won't enjoy it. You're coming off COD 2. Yeah, it's just, dude, the games aren't enjoyable. Dude, you take like a little break off Call of Duty, you're like, I don't know, bro. It's just not. Either I'm growing out of games because I've played games my whole life, and obviously after some time you get bored of everything, of anything, in fact. But I don't know if it's just me or just there's just nothing good, nothing. Look, Fortnite, bro. Look, I get it. A lot of people they hate the game, whatever. Blah, blah. I get it, right? But dude, the game had. I'm not gonna say it had potential. The game was the best game I've ever played in my life. Well, actually, not the best game, but it was a very good game. A lot of memories, a lot of good times, and everything. But dude, they slowly killed the game. I'm not gonna say, but like I don't know, dude. It's just like when a company gets so money hungry, it just kills everything, bro. Dude, Fortnite, it's more of a money grabbing game than anything. There's the most unnecessary collapse. Like, dude, why? For example, Kai Cenat, why is he doesn't even play the game? Why is he in the game? Like, it's all like, dude, the Epic Games will see something that's like a trend or bringing money, boom, a week later, collab. Like, bro, like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. They add so many unnecessary stuff that's not supposed to be in the game, and it kills it, bro. Like, they added that movement. They don't take community feedback. No one liked the movement. Now the game is just feels like a mobile game. You know what I mean? What else? Yeah, for the most part, the movement. That's the one thing I really don't like. Like that whole running and sprinting thing, it sucks, bro. Like, and dude, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, dude. Fortnite turned from a battle royale into Roblox. Like, I remember the time where it was a simple. You load into the game, solo duels, when trios was a thing, the LTM and squads, right? Now you load into the game, and I promise you guys, because I play Fortnite like every now and then, right? I'll get on, if my boys are on, whatever, or if I want to like, crank something, whatever. But dude, it takes me like a good 3 minutes to try to find the battle royale logo. Why? Because it's like a Roblox catalog, bro. There's games everywhere, bro. Like they don't make it organized. Like everything is just so, like it looks like a Roblox like screen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, oh my God, we're pumping. Please, Lord, just give us 8286 so I can get off, man. Please, please, please. Oh, but yeah, you guys get what I'm saying, bro. Like realistically, like plus do you trade under an LLC or S corp? I do S corp, but you could do under an LLC as well. Ah, for the love of God, bro, please C86, bro. I just want to get off, bro. I'm so bored. You guys do not understand, bro. Oh man. All right, my bad for typing so much, guys. I was just typing this up real quick. But yeah, man. Look, guys, I'm not even lying to you guys. If you guys didn't get stopped out in the first trade, and you guys are green, there, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There is nothing wrong with taking profits here, bro. It's you either get out now or continue suffering with this slow ass market, bro. So yeah, if you guys do wanna, oh hell no, bro. Beg more dividend, like, bro. And see, I honestly did not believe price could go any higher. You smashed it. Well, I don't know what I smashed, but yeah, like I said, if you guys are green on this trade and you guys want to take profits, I do not blame you. Forget about the risk reward, bro. At this point, it's whoever can get out first, bro. Like, dude, it is so bad, bro. But yeah. Anyways, what were you saying? Oh yeah, the games. Oh yeah, I think we're done with that topic. But we're not seeing 86. I know, bro. I know. We're gonna pull back. We're gonna go back to the entry. It's gonna be like nothing ever happened, bro. Reduce my loss from 300 to 175. Not bad, not bad. At the same time, if you want, you can take some profits. I mean, at least secure something. Dude, once you see 86, instantly break even and we'll be good. That's all I want to see. 86. That's all I ask for. But a 15-point push up in this market is near, or maybe 20 points, but it's going to be near impossible, bro. But yeah, did anyone take profits in that? Let me see. Had to get left at 20 points price target. Honestly, bro, like I said, I don't really blame you guys. If you guys took profits, regardless of the risk reward, bro, this market is just not met. Like, it's not meeting the conditions. It's not good. Like, if you guys took profits, don't even feel bad about it. Because the way I mean don't feel bad about it is, you know what I mean, with your risk reward rules. But for the most part, it's just, you know what I mean. It's better get out and like save your mental, or get out and be like me and regret it all. Take it. Oh, you guys are getting. Yeah, look, if you guys are getting off, bro, I don't even blame you guys. I might get off soon as well, bro. I'm still gonna be in the trade, but I don't know. I might just go watch TV in the meantime or something, bro. Because this market is so boring, bro. Let's see. I closed down, got my money back, and I'm off too. Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are getting out, so honestly, I don't even blame you guys. For me, unfortunately, with that first entry with the stupid news that came out, bro, I'm still back at, you know. Is it break even? No. If you guys want to go break even, or if you guys want to get out, go ahead. I don't blame you guys. But yep. We went down like nothing happened. That's chop for you, bro. You're waiting for that 286. Dude, we're not gonna see that till like the end of the day, bro. Okay, I'm about to get off stream, bro, guys. I am so exhausted, bro. No way, I'm still gonna be in the trade and everything. I'll still type the price targets and everything, but yeah, for the most part. Plus, a lot of you guys are already getting off, so want to hear your voice? All right, bro, come on, bro. Can you explain why you took that trade one more time before you go? Yeah, of course. It's more of just a continuation model, Chanel. Today coming into market open, we had all-time highs here, double top as well. Coming into market open, we broke above it. We never got a sweep. We never got weak around it. In fact, we had a lot more buying pressure kicking in. So honestly, it's either take longs or don't take a trade at all. It's that type of trade. You know what I mean? So we waited for that 15-minute retracement. We entered longs off the bounce, and we're here now. All right. So yeah. Ah, fuck. Bro, I hate myself, bro. But yeah. Other than that, man, guys, I feel like It's probably best if we get off. I mean, a lot of you guys are getting off either way, so it's kind of gonna be, like whatever. Dude, I wish today went so much smoother, bro. If it wasn't for that first, whatever happened on the first entry, I would have been taking profits as well, bro. Like actually, like seriously, on that pump up, I would have taken profits. But yeah. And that, man, guys, I'm just gonna get off, bro. If you guys are still gonna be in the trade, just pay attention to the futures alert channel. I'm gonna alert everything there. Like whether it hits the price target or the stop loss, obviously I'll let you guys know. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm getting off, bro. They don't fuck with. Look, I'm exhausted, bro. Wait, why are you red? You took another. No, so the trade, if you think I stopped out, you'll be green. The thing is, okay, look, here's what happened, right? We entered here, right? Pay attention. We entered here, right? News, the second we entered, like a minute, I promise, like a minute later, right? A minute later after we entered, for some reason, the market just, in a span of 0.5 seconds, and I'm not even exaggerating, in the span of 0.5 seconds, the market went down to the stop loss and went right back up to the entry and acted like nothing happened. It happened so fast to the point where TradingView itself didn't even like read the data. Like it's like nothing ever happened. It's so like, it was so unlucky, bro. So when we went back up, I just re-entered at a double the size. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Wait, volume? I mean, it's whatever. I mean, we're still barely moving, so yeah. but yeah, let me see. I'm waiting for 279 to take most out. I'm assuming you got a better entry, right? That should be your 30 points, maybe. How many runners are you planning on holding? Maybe like 2. Remember, I'm not even trying to be in the market today, so even 2 is a lot. So I'll let you guys know though, for sure. I take profits, then dude. Like I said, bro, I wouldn't even blame you. Forget about the risk management rules, bro. Forget about everything, bro. If you guys are green and you guys want to take it, bro, take it. And we're gonna allow it for today's market. Just because it's so slow today, we're gonna allow it. But typically we don't. And typically we hold for at least 30 points. But in today's market, it's take it or don't take it, or just like, you know what I mean? Fuck the rules. Well, not like that either, but for today, maybe. You know. But yeah, can we please break above 280, bro? Please, Lord. Maybe I'll stay on for a little bit longer until we see. Hopefully, maybe. Bro. They're so close. Dude, when you pretend like you're not looking at the markets, bro, it will move in your favor. I was thinking about leaving a runner. I'm not about to watch this PA. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't even know if I want to leave a runner for myself either. But I'm not really trying to like be, go on about my day and just keep looking at my phone, bro. But yeah, once again, guys, if you guys want to take profits, man, like I said, for today at least, just take it. Just take it. Today's market is so slow to the point where it's, you know what I mean? Honestly, if we can see like 280, I'll probably take it earlier. I mean, what's the 6-point difference? Yeah, I took it. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it, bro. I don't care, bro. Guys, I scaled most out, man. I'm not dealing with this, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. Yo, nah, it's Photoshop, bro. Nah, but guys, oh, finally, bro. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I took most profits. Please do so, guys. Please, for the love of God, press the button. At least take something out. You know what I mean, please, at least take something out, man. Because this market is so garbage, bro. I'm starving, bro. So I'm gonna go eat some Chipotle or something. It's okay, YouTube. NQ's going long. This is draining, dude. Dude, my eyes are. Why did price move up so high today? It's just like I don't know. I for the most part, if you were to ask me why price moves up so high today, I would say it's mainly because of the FOMC, right? A lot of buy the rumor, sell the news type of action going on. So if we continue going up tomorrow, don't be surprised. You know what I mean? Do not be surprised. But yeah, bro. Thank the Lord that I took profits, bro. I really don't want to be in this trade for any longer. I might just take one more contract left just so I can secure most profits. Are we trading tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be on. I'll try to trade tomorrow. Now, okay, I get it. Today's trade was green, right? We're green on the day, all that good stuff, right? Did you watch the dude? Bro. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There are times where I believe fights are rigged. I don't think this fight was rigged. Dude, I was watching the what is it, the post interview, I think it's called, like the interview after the fight. To be honest, he just said that he couldn't learn the fighting style that I forgot his name. What was his name? He couldn't like learn the fighting style, so he just couldn't get the punches that he wanted. Honestly, it happens, right? I mean, it's not really an excuse. I mean, if you were to say an excuse for losing the fight, that's the best excuse because it makes sense. You know what I mean? And we all know how Canelo fights, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't rigged. Yeah, I agree. This is like the first fight that I've watched in a while that doesn't feel rigged. You know what I mean? Like, dude, all the Jake Paul ones, because apparently now he's gonna fight what is his name? Javante Davis. David, you would 100% be. Oh yeah, bro. What? That's light work, bro. Come on now. I'm off. Hopefully Tuesday is better. You're down $70. How the hell are you down, bro? What? Made more than back on my loss from the stop loss fake out earlier. Yeah, dude, I made everything back. Well, I did size a little bit heavier, to be honest. I'm still holding 2 contracts. If we see 286, I'm gonna take one more off and just hold one. I don't care about this last contract, honestly, but you never know. I can make you some extra lunch money, which I'm gonna go to Chipotle after the stream because I am starving. So yeah, hopefully we can see that shoot soon. But yeah, dude, that fight, honestly, it was a really, really good fight. It was a fair fight. You know what I mean? Like, you know when a fight is fair. You know what I mean? So honestly, really, really nice, really entertaining fight. Although I would have wanted Canelo to win, yeah, I mean, it was still, they did their best. You know what I mean? He just couldn't find his fighting style, and you know what I mean? That's how it is. It happens. I mean, for me, sometimes I can't find my momentum in trading. You know what I mean? So I really don't blame him. I really understood when he said that I couldn't find the the pattern. I got you with the free entire. Oh, yo, bad, bro. For real? You're so close, dude. Take profits, bro. I don't care how close we are. Just take something, bro. Take something. Um, when is? Oh, that's right. Mike Tyson is fighting. Dude, that is not fair at all, bro. Dude, to be fair, Mike did say that the Jake Paul fight was rigged. He said it himself. Like, I guess the NDA kind of expired. I don't really know. I mean, maybe he was just bluffing or something. Bro, come on, now, bro. But dude, Tyson versus Floyd, that's like a whole different. Because I get it. You know, with Jake Paul, it was like mostly entertainment. We all know it's more than likely rigged. I'm not trying to sound like a hater or anything. It's like well known. But like, bro, with Tyson and Floyd, bro, I don't know, bro. Dude, he's an old man, bro. I'm not hating. I'm not hating on anyone. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to say like my 2 cents in what I believe. You know what I mean? But dude, that's gonna be Floyd versus Mike. I don't think that's gonna be rigged. I don't see a reason why rig that. It's gonna bring a lot of money though. I don't really think they're gonna do pay-per-views anymore. I think unless that's Dana White. I don't know. I think that's Dana, right? And that's something he sold it to Paramount, where they just make money off the subs. I think, but let me see. Floyd has been fighting weird rigged side quest fights for years. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see. But dude, when it comes to such an important fight like that with Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, we all know that's gonna make. I'm not gonna say millions. I'm probably gonna say billions. Nah, maybe not. Nah, not billions. Not billions. Not billions. Millions. It's gonna make millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars for to watch it, right? But it's gonna be rigged. I don't know, bro. Look, if it were to be rigged, Floyd would win because I mean Floyd is younger. He still had. Well, actually, no, they're both retired. No, I don't know, dude. That's hard, bro. I don't know. I don't know. While two lessons fight. Well, yeah, no, people are gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. Dude, if I have to pay for that shit, I will pay for it. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna watch that shit. But in terms of being rigged, I don't know. That's actually like a 50-50. You know what I mean? It would be actually very hard to tell. You know? But yeah. Guys, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even just to be more safe than sorry. Move it to break even here. So one stop. There you go. I made $300 with 2 micros. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot. With 2 micros, that's a lot. I've only traded 4 days the last couple of weeks. I've only made $300 in each of those days, but every time I size up, I lose. I'm not me so much. Bro, it happens, bro. It happens. It's just something that you have to like learn to get consistent with for the most part. Let me see. Floyd's tiny as hell. If Mike actually trained, Mike would knock him out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's old, but dude, I'm sure we've all seen Mike Tyson train. Dude, he's like, okay, look, he's old, so his punches are still very strong. It's just his energy. That's the problem. That's the problem. His energy is he's gonna get tired really, really quick. I would say so, at least. I don't know. I mean, in the Jake Paul fight, although it was rigged, we don't know if he actually got tired or not. But for the most part, it seemed like he got tired, unless it was rigged, which it was, in my opinion. But yeah. Well, my cat is meowing, guys. One sec, man. Cookie, come here. All right, guys, I am back. And guys, we hit the price target, man. Finally, bro. Finally. So yeah, guys, please, for the love of God, either take full profits here or just take most of your contracts off. All right, guys? Oh my. Yo, why you meowing so much, bro? What's up? Hold on, guys, one sec. All right, there. Yo, oh my, yo, we're looking pumping. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might just take full profits here and just call it a day, bro. Yeah, I took full profit. I don't even care, bro. I don't care. I'm not gonna be on like on any longer. I took full profit here. If you're planning on holding for higher, look to start trailing your stop loss in the green to guarantee profits. Okay. Let's see, 35 on the queue. But yeah, guys, man, I'm. Hold up. But yeah, guys, I'm fully. Yeah, I'm out, bro. I'm not holding this trade for any longer, bro. Brain freeze? Yeah, bro. Brain freeze, bro. The winning streak continues? Yes, sir, bro. Although that first trade, look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that first trade was pure luck, bro. We didn't do anything wrong on our end because we got the same entry at the second time and it worked out. But dude, what is our luck on that first entry, bro? Oh man, bro. That was very unlucky. That was very scary for the last hour, but it's whatever. It was slope a good trade, 100%, bro, 100%. We made it work. Let me see, David. How much do I have to pay you to box you? Honestly, bro, nothing. Give me like a month or two to train, and I'll box anyone here. I've always wanted to get into boxing. Out of any sport, boxing has always given me like more interest. I've never really liked basketball. I don't like football. I definitely don't like soccer. Not that there's anything wrong with soccer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I've tried watching soccer before. The injuries, I guess you could say, dude, they're fake as hell, bro. Like it's such a. I don't want to say it, but it's maybe I know there's a lot of soccer fans in here. I'm not trying to get you guys mad or anything, but I feel like it's a very soft sport. Yeah, they overreact, bro. It's just like I don't know, bro. And all that to like watch the team score once or twice per game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm just not interested. If I want more of an action-packed sport, I would say basketball, where you're scoring every 2 seconds of the game. But yeah, I mean, regardless, don't get mad at me. I don't like any sport in general. I stay at home all day. But if I were to choose one, it would be boxing for sure. Boxing, bro, Brunion. I'll do it, bro. I don't care. Give me like a little bit to train though. But I'll box anyone here. I promise you. You guys come to Miami, you let me know, and what is it? Sparring? I'll spar you guys. Bowling is the hardest sport out there, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. Anytime I go bowling, bro, and I see like these, it's well, no, I'm not trying to sound like okay. Maybe I shouldn't say. I don't really think that's racist though. It's a lot of Asian people bowl, like a lot. And bro, I would be like, I promise you guys, they're typically always next to me, and I don't know how to throw a bowling ball, right? Like I always go to the corner or like the edge. But bro, those people like it's like the ball nearly goes to the like the what is it called the corner the edge, and it just turns and hits the mid. Like dude, I look at that, bro. I'm like, yo, I don't know how people do that, bro. Like to perfectly throw a bowling ball so it curves like left, right, doing like a whole pit maneuver thing, and it hits the middle. Like, dude, that's crazy, bro. Or pickleball, dude. So many people now are playing pickleball, bro. It's crazy, guys. Thank God we sold, bro. This thing is selling back down to the entry, dude. I am off the markets, bro, guys. Fuck this trade, bro. I'm done with this shit. But yeah, other than that, man, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I'm gonna go to Chipotle. I'm gonna go eat some food and enjoy the day because this market definitely drained me today. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, man, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. All right, guys. Yeah, fuck this trade. Yeah, it was green. It was green. Let's not say fuck the trade, but fuck the markets for today. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys. Other than that, man, I'll see you guys tomorrow, man, guys. Go enjoy your days, bro. Hopefully, you guys took profits. Hopefully, you guys are green. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace. And YouTube, guys. Hopefully, you guys were able to enjoy the stream, man. Very long stream. Green stream, though. We're green, right? The first entry, I do not know what happened. We do know what happened. News came out. But for the most part, very long and exhausting trade. Definitely would not do again. But regardless, guys, the 3-week winning streak continues. Once again, guys, if you guys are interested in joining the premium for only $10, guys, literally, I promise you guys, $10, right? If you guys use code 80 at checkout, it will apply only for the monthly. Only for the monthly. If you guys use code 80 in the first link in the description, it will apply 80% off the monthly premium, which will only be $10. So if you guys do want to join, guys, here is the code and here's the link. If you guys are interested in joining, it's literally only $10. All right, guys. But yeah, let me catch up with the YouTube chat. I haven't really been checking up here. Apparently someone was hating. Let's see what we got here. You hating when bread was made, the setup was there, the risk was managed, you're just crying about the full PT not being hit. Well, it was being hit. So let me see who said that. Let me see. I'm curious. Maybe I was just looking. I wasn't looking at the chat. But whatever it is, bro, I don't really care what anyone else say. I'm green today. We are currently on a beautiful 3-week winning streak. Let me show you guys real quick. If I go over here, let me show you guys right here. Beautiful 3-week winning streak. Today's win, which was 35 points, something crazy. Last week's win, 70 points. We have another 60-point trade. Then we have another 40-point trade. Then we have another 17-point trade on ES, which is completely different. Then we have another, well, we got stopped out here for a little loss, whatever. We made it back with this trade either way. We have a 65-point trade. We have a 60-point trade. Then we have an 80-point trade. Then we had a 75-point. You guys get the deal, man. We are on a huge 3-week winning streak, guys. So no matter what anyone has to say, I don't care if you guys disagree with my trades. I couldn't care less. I promise you guys. But if you guys obviously want to join, get access to all of these trades, live, real time, and everything with the live trading and everything, click the first link in the description or the link in the chat. Use code 80, which is code 80 for $10 or for the premium to be $10 only for the monthly. All right, guys. So if you guys do want to join, click the link, click monthly under the promo code, type 80, which is code 80, and it will apply the premium for only $10. All right, guys. So once again, if you guys do want to look to see these trades right here, you guys can obviously tune in. All right, guys. But other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and get off, guys. I'm going to go enjoy the day, go eat some food because I am starving. And yeah, other than that, man, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time as always. Let's keep making some money. All right, guys. Peace out. Enjoy your days. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. EST as always, guys. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace.